hopefully going to be meeting him this week. John Ward kind of kept us in the loop slightly in the process of it. It just said like, I've been talking, so I don't really know any more than you guys, but what I will say is there's a new owner and it's got to be a positive for the football club, because where we've been the last 3-4 years has not been great, and I'm going to be really honest there. It's been really difficult for the staff in the club. So to have fresh impetus, a fresh skill set, a fresh skill set coming into the building, and hopefully upstairs aligned with downstairs and a wee bit of help upstairs for everybody at the club, I think it's a huge positive for the club. And that's me sitting here, I've not even met these new owners or the new owner, whatever it is, I don't even know them, but I just know it needed done, and the club, hopefully this is a step in the right direction. I'm sure it is. A lot of sleepless nights, and sometimes I come into my work, and this is not just me, this is probably every member of the staff, and you just think, I just want to be able to do my own job. I want to be a football manager, I want to be a chief exec, whatever it is, whatever your role is at the club. It's been really difficult for all the staff, because we're all mucking in and trying to keep this club in the Premier League, but sometimes it's like, I don't know, it's like pushing water up a hill. At times that's how it feels. So the last 3-4 years, it's not been ideal, it's not been great. Hopefully this is an opportunity to allow, and I'm just being selfish here, hopefully this is an opportunity to allow me to be the football manager of Livingston Football Club and concentrate on, how will I say it, my day job. Does that make sense? And we're bringing a new skill set in upstairs that's going to align everybody and push the club in the right direction. And again, I don't know who these people are, I don't know who the owner is at this point. John said I'm going to meet them at some point this week, but I trust John Ward implicitly. So I'm looking forward to, there's going to be challenges, let's be honest, there's always going to be challenges when you're at a club this size, but I'm looking forward to the challenges ahead, because I feel there's going to be a skill set in the building that's going to help us face these challenges together as one, as a collective unit. We're going to be united, so hopefully it's the start of a fresh beginning for Livingston. No, it's going to be a huge positive. I know it is. Just having that extra bodies in the building helping us out on a daily basis, trying to increase the turnover, it can't not help. I'm not going to be sitting there chapping the door asking for more money in my budget. I've got the budget, I know what I've got to work with, and I think it's important that as a club we try and look at ways to increase our turnover, which in turn should hopefully lead to an increase in the budget. But the turnover is where it is at this point in time. We lost a lot of money last year, so I think it was important that we got someone that was coming in and it was going to underwrite any losses we're going to have this year. But that doesn't mean I've not got to be frugal and still spend accordingly within our means. But it's nice to have that kind of comfort, knowing that there's someone in the building who's offered to do that, who's in here to help the football club moving forward. Probably my feelings haven't really changed, and probably how I'm going to deliver the message will be slightly softer than probably what it was on Saturday. I think 11v11, we competed fairly well. I think we were okay in the game. We gave away a cheap penalty, like a really cheap penalty, from having good possession in the opponent's final third. So that was disappointing. That gives you a wee bit of a mountain to climb with 11v11. But I thought we were well within the game and created a couple of chances ourselves. There's actually one, Callum McGregor clears off the line, and then Joe gets sent off. So that gives the impetus, we get a wee bit of momentum from that, and I thought we finished the first half fairly well. And the second goal comes for an individual error again, or a couple of individual errors within that phase of play, and it gives us a huge mountain to climb, and I think Celtic get the impetus from that. So if I really strip the game back, I was pleased with large portions of the game, and I'm really disappointed that against 10 men we conceded 2 goals. That's where my frustration comes from. That's probably where a bit of anger and disappointment came from the game, because when I think 11v11, no one's expecting Livingston to get anything from the game, and I totally understand that, albeit the staff and players in the building, we're competitive within the game, we want something from the game. But when Celtic went down to 10 men, I think those demands change, and we've then got to put more demands and take more responsibility within the game, because I think we've then got to take something from that game. To lose 2 goals in the manner that we did from individual errors is the most disappointing aspect, and it basically kills the game. And but again, I need to give Celtic a wee bit of credit here. I thought we worked quite hard in the game. Our mileage, our sprint distance, everything shows that we did, but that shows you how incredibly hard Celtic worked also with 10 men. So they've got that ability on the part, but I thought they had the application also. But I do think the second goal really helps them. Not really, if I'm honest, not really. I think Motherwell were a wee bit unlucky not to take something from the game. But when you strip the game back, I think Rangers made some good opportunities in the game. Liam's came up with probably 3 or 4 should saves, so saves that you would expect. He's a Scotland goalkeeper, you would expect them to make them, but Rangers still created 3 or 4 very good chances in that game, albeit I think Motherwell did also. So I think Mick's got a few injury concerns to deal with. I know Matondo went off yesterday, so there's another one added to the mix. We've got a few injury concerns, but when you're pulling up and you're maybe missing Lawrence, Matondo, Cantwell and Rashkin, which for me are 4 players that probably play in his team every day of the week, and he's going through a bit of a transitional change himself in terms of the recruitment and the numbers he's brought into the building. It's not an easy job at this point in time, but I really only want to focus on what we can do going to Ibrox. But I'm under no illusions how hard it's going to be. It's going to be a difficult game of football, and both sets of players, both sets of staff are going into this one game away from Hampden. Celtic obviously have been knocked out of the cup, so it probably gives every other Premier League team just a wee bit of impetus to the probability, the chance of success gets that little bit higher when one half of the old firm's not playing. So there's that wee bit of added motivation, and I'm sure Mick and his players will be trying to get the first silverware under their belt, as will we be trying to make sure we're in the hat for the next round and get to Hampden. And hopefully it's 3-5 or hopefully it's 4-5. No, Big Joel for me is a big game player. He always shows up for us. He comes alive in these big games. He's hopefully if he's included in the starting 11, hopefully it's a good performance from him. But I think we've got other players in the squad that we're probably not seeing at this point in time that can go and cause problems here also. We've been in a no bad run of form, and the team's kind of picked itself over the last maybe 5-6 games. But this is definitely a fixture we're going into where I think there's boys in the squad that have been training really well that will allow me maybe to bring them into the squad. But I think we'll still be very competitive in the game, and I think we'll still pose a threat to Rangers, but I'm under no illusions how hard that's going to be, and I think Rangers still carry a big threat in offensive areas. I thought we performed fairly well for the vast majority of that game at Ibrox, but ultimately fell short and we gave cheap goals away. So again, it's about not giving the cheap opportunities away. We need to be compact, we need to get our distances correct, and we need to be aggressive when we've not got the ball. So it's about changing that, but we also need to go there and we need to carry a threat going forward. So you'll look at it, but I think it's going to be a completely different game of football. Mikey's alright, Mikey should train today, so I'll have probably a better assessment of Mikey after today's training session. We're in a fairly good place. Tom Parks has had an odd couple of sessions, had some minutes on Saturday. Sean Kelly's been training really well. So we're in a no bad place for ourselves. Really the biggest one's Michael Nottingham and Christian Montano. So Christian will start training on back to training, back to running. Michael Nottingham's not a million miles away as well. So they two games probably a wee bit early for they two, but we're in a not bad place in terms of personnel available for the trip to Ibrox.